Bryson DeChambeau's 3D printed irons may be the future of golf. Bryson DeChambeau is golf's mad scientist. There's nothing he won't try if he thinks it could improve his game. Using a protractor on the course to read greens? Check. Brain training to achieve parasympathetic states conducive to good golf? Uh-huh. Letting the composition of the flagstick determine whether he leaves it in or not for a putt? Sure, why not? So, when he showed up at the Masters in April with the first 3D printed irons ever used on the PGA Tour, people noticed. Now, a couple of months later, coming off a second-place finish at the PGA Championship last month, and following a 3-under-par opening round of 67 at this week's U.S. Open, DeChambeau's irons are back in the spotlight because they appear to be working. How 3D printed irons are different. DeChambeau's irons were made by boutique clubmaker Avoda Golf. But aside from being 3D printed, they're different from traditional irons in one crucial way. Irons are traditionally flat-faced to allow for predictable launch angles and consistent spin rates. DeChambeau's 3D printed irons feature a curved face, so they hit more like a hybrid than a traditional iron. So why 3D printing? Prototyping golf clubs is tedious and expensive. The precision engineering required and the iterative process of creating multiple prototypes, testing, and making incremental adjustments based on feedback from players and data analysis don't help. According to Desktop Metal, one of the world's leading 3D printing hardware manufacturers, prototyping golf club heads with 3D printing can reduce cost per part by 82% compared to traditional methods. Third result? Better, faster, less expensive, and more customized club design. How much do they cost? Just last week, Cobra Golf released the first commercially available 3D printed irons. Limited to 500 sets, the heads retail for $3,000 and can be paired with a wide selection of aftermarket shafts and grips. The future of golf? DeChambeau sees a world in which, one day, amateur golfers can prototype and develop their own custom clubs. Imagine having a 3D printer at your house and you just print your own iron or do whatever, DeChambeau said this week. You can put it together and go hit it that afternoon. That's really cool, compared to having a 6-month process of prototyping it out and measuring it up and doing a couple iterations. Maybe one of them is right, one of them is wrong. But you just 3D print in an hour or so a metal head and you stick a shaft on it and you go hit it. Those days are coming, DeChambeau said. I don't know how quickly it's coming, but it's certainly a really cool technology that we utilize, and hopefully it gets more widely known. Because that is the future. While we're not there quite yet, one thing is clear. If DeChambeau continues to play at a high level, other players will inevitably play copycat, competing manufacturers will jump on Cobra and Avoda's innovation train, and 3D printed clubs will inevitably become a mainstay at a pro shop near you.